All right, man. Today on the Ranbir Sanghera Strength and Fat Loss and Health and Fitness and whatever the hell I want to talk about podcast, I'm going to talk about a little something that I've been thinking about a lot, and it's always kind of been in the back of our heads as far as training and all that goes in San Jose Barbell. So Alj, myself, and all the other coaches. And it's about how people live in fat loss, and everything is about fat loss. And they spend their entire lives in a cycle of they're losing weight, they gained weight, they get depressed, and they try to lose weight, and they don't feel good, and then they lose weight, and they try to lose weight, and they can't figure it out, and now they're doing keto. And the thing is, like, you forget what the real goal is. And maybe you never even thought about what the real goal is. You just said, I want to lose weight because I don't feel good. So if you examine what's really going on, it is that why do you even want to lose weight? What is the purpose of wanting to lose weight? Yeah, you got the obvious reasons, like, you'll look better, you'll avoid heart disease, you'll avoid diabetes, blood pressure, but there's a lot of people who don't even, who they're not thinking about that. They just know that whether they're conscious or not, they don't feel good. That's it. And so why would you want to lose weight? It's because you think in losing the weight, you'll feel good. And so that's the real goal. The goal is to feel good. And now the bigger goal, all right, this is levels right here. This is stuff that, we've learned from very, very knowledgeable, experienced, wise coaches and guides and mentors and whatever. Is the goal is to keep the goal. That's the real goal. Okay, because we get distracted, and for a lot of people, what this turns into is a forever struggle of fat loss, and they forgot that their goal was to feel good. Okay, so what does this even mean to you, and how does this help somebody? Well, when you think about that, here's the thing: you can start feeling good right now. Like, you don't need to wait till you lose weight to feel good. How would you do that? What does that even mean, right? And so here's the key is this is so important, because if you don't feel good now, if you can't figure out a way to feel good now, a couple things are going to happen. Number one, the whole process is going to suck for you. You're going to hate it. You're going to be like, it's so hard to eat good, whatever good means, right? A lot of people don't even know what that means. What is healthy, right? It's so hard to work out. It's so hard to make time. It's so hard, blah, 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 blah. So the first thing that's going to happen, if you can't figure out a way to feel good right now, you're not going to do the stuff, because you're going to make it a struggle. You're going to talk about the sacrifice. You're going to talk about, oh my God, it's hard, but you got to grind and you got to do the work. And that doesn't sound fun at all. That's what I spent majority of my life thinking, as far as training and nutrition and looking a certain way and being strong goes. But in everything, I thought, oh man, the only way to do it is you got to grind, man. You got to hustle. And that whole time, that feels like shit to me. That felt like shit to me. Hey, if you ascribe to that and that's how you roll, that's fine too. I'm telling you what I like. I'm telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I observe. And I think one of the reasons that people struggle so much is because they think that's the only way to do it. And so guess what? The observed facts and experiences that I've collected over all this time is, when you think that something is nobody is feeling good when we're sitting here and they're like, yeah man, it's hard work. There's a certain person maybe, but I think vast majority of people are not on that page, because otherwise, if that felt good to them to say it's a struggle, it's a grind, then they would be doing that, right? And so we don't do things that don't feel good to us. Why is somebody able to spend hours on Instagram or watching every Netflix show, and yet they're still the same person who can't make time to do whatever, but if you follow them around, you'll see, or now thanks to the iPhone, like, it's telling us where you spent your time, right? Like, how are they able to have all this time to play some games or watch sports or watch hours of Netflix, but that's the same person who's saying they don't have time to do X, Y, and Z? Why? Because watching Netflix makes them feel good. But working out is supposed to be a grind. It's supposed to be a struggle. So that doesn't feel good. So you're not going to do that, right? So that's the first part. Like, when you make it a grind, when you make it a struggle because you forgot what the real goal is, which is to feel good, it's not going to happen. It's just not. And if you like brute force your way to doing it, it will last very, very short amount of time. Okay. Then the second thing is, let's say you're one of these people who like grind it out, and you do grind it out, and you do get weight loss. And by the way, this happens a lot. It's not going to stick. And because here's the thing, you didn't do it in a way that was enjoyable, so you're not going to keep doing it. And on top of that, like, you know how many people with six packs I know that are fucking miserable? They're not fucking happy, right? And because even if they're putting on it, like, hey, I'll tell you what, like, yeah, it feels good to have a six pack. It feels good to be really like having lost weight or, whatever. But in their mind, they're fucking freaking out because if they eat a chocolate or they eat a cookie, they're going to gain all this weight back, and they're going to, and everything is going to be gone to shit. And they're always having this struggle inside their head, and they're acting like an asshole too. Like, they're telling people, oh, I'm not going to go out because I'm on a diet. What the hell? What the hell is that? Or making people go to different places because it's not convenient for them and their diet. Excuse me while I drink my caffeine-free Diet Coke in the double gulp. Shout outs to 7-Eleven. But anyways, in either case, you don't accomplish the real goal, which we already discussed, is to feel good. And to feel good is done a very different way. And you have to remind yourself, you have to remember that the real goal was to feel good. That's why you wanted to lose weight. And so now the next step after we've observed all this stuff is to be like, okay, well, how do I feel good right now? I'm not where I want to be, but how do I feel good? All right, cool. Like, I'll tell you. So number one, people don't do it. Like, it's this thing that I'm about to tell you. They think it sounds nice, but they don't stick with it because, like, oh, how's that going to work? Like, that's silly, right? And it's, number one is to feel gratitude and appreciation, okay? And that's, like, a big, obvious one, but, like, it doesn't even need to be that, because here's the thing. Maybe all these things that are making you feel bad are making, like, let's say dieting or whatever, or eating whatever food you think is going to make doing keto, like, you're just stressing yourself out. Maybe the answer is just to let yourself be distracted from that and feel good. Let's say, for example, what makes me feel good is hanging out with a bunch of people, enjoying nice people's company and laughing, or maybe it's playing basketball, or maybe it's even watching a show on Netflix. Like, that's my whole point. Like, you can't label things good or bad, okay? Because then, like, you're gonna be stuck, okay? So when you distract yourself from the miserable thoughts of, I have to do this, or I'm not going to lose weight, or if I eat that, I will gain weight, you are allowing yourself to to feel a little bit better and feel a little bit better. And yes, gratitude and appreciation will help you feel better. All of these things, hold on one second. All right. Bless me. All of these things, you're going to be in a better and better mood. And now when you're in a better mood, how much easier is it for you to make some food for yourself? How much easier it is for you to actually go and work out? When you're in a shitty mood, how easy is it for you to do those things? It's easy not to do them. And so my point is, all you got to do is worry about putting yourself in a good mood. And my recommendation is feel appreciation and gratitude. And it's a thing that you got to practice, right? It's not something that, just like with everything, why are you so good at complaining and finding fault with everything? Because you practiced it. Like the person who's practiced that, like who's an expert complainer, will find something to complain about, literally the best thing on the planet. Like they'll find it because they're good at it. So all you got to do is start practicing the other things, the things that you want. All right. So that's that. I'm going to leave it that. Stop living in a fat loss focused world. Start living in a world where you're focused on feeling good, and then just watch all the magical things happen. Like, hey, it's never going to get done. Okay. And you can't get it wrong. Okay. One of my favorite quotes is, you're never going to get it done and you can't get it wrong. That's it. Like, how much better does that feel than being like, oh, I have to be perfect, or I really messed up this weekend? Get out of here. Like, that's what you want to talk about? I don't want to talk about that. You go and do that on your own. What we're about over here is about having fun and feeling good. And then on top of that, we know what we're doing. Like, we're also very good at the stuff. And so being lean, being light, being strong, athletic, mobile, flexible, springy, that's just easy. It just happens. But it all starts with what you're thinking, because you get what you think about, not what you want. And I'm going to leave it at that, ladies and gentlemen. If you have a question, don't hesitate to message me. Find me on Instagram, Ranbir.Sanghera. Find me somewhere. I don't care. I'll help you out. You looking for a coach? I'll help you out. Not looking for a coach? That's fine too. I always tell people, like, you can eventually figure it out on your own. I don't know very many people who just decided to do it on their own and they figured it out. And those very few that do, actually, I don't know anybody who's like, oh yeah, I'll do it on my own. Because it just, and you could spend forever. I mean, the information is out there, but you'll spend forever trying to figure it out. And that's your choice. I like to get things to the root of the problem as quickly as possible. So I just go look for people who are better than me and learn from them. So that's how it goes. I will leave you guys with this. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. And if this was helpful, if you like this, if this resonated with you, make sure, do whatever you want. Like it, comment, share it, whatever. Peace.